It's time for the VA QA. Y'all know I hate doing this song without Tiffany, but I'm going to try anyway. It's time for the VA QA. Hey! Hello, BA fam. It's Mandra. I am here live with you this week for our BA Q&A live and solo, I should say. So as Tiff continues to gallivant around Egypt and send me the most, FOMO-inducing photos to WhatsApp, I'm here for it, okay? She's having an amazing time. But I decided I don't want to just be alone in the studio listening, answering people's questions, reading them off a spreadsheet. So for today, we have a super adorable and curls poppin'. I love a glasses moment. We're
twinning.
We're twinning. We have VA listener Briana in the house. Hi, Briana. Welcome.
Hi, Mandy. Thank you so much for having me on. I am so excited about this.
Thanks for submitting your question. And first of all, I just want to say, well, you're from Dallas, right?
Well, I'm from Ohio, but I am in Dallas.
Sorry. Okay. So she still claims Ohio.
Yeah. Not a Texan yet.
I know. I still have my 404 area code 12 years after I left Atlanta. So, no judgment here. But Briana has a really interesting question and one that I have a lot of feelings about. And I had to do some reflection before I even answered you on what my response would be. So before we get into it, let's hear Briana's question that she submitted to the show.
Hi, Mandy and Tiffany. My name is Briana, and I could really, really use your help. So I recently graduated with my Master's of Health Administration, and I landed my dream job. This job is paying six figures and has really incredible benefits. However, while I was in graduate school, I did accumulate some debt in student loans and in credit card bills. While I know it's a priority to pay down my debt, I have this urge to upgrade my lifestyle. I want to get a new apartment and I've been eyeing a new car, but I don't know how much is too much. So I would love to hear your thoughts on the balance between bossing up a little bit, but also, keeping a level head, if you will, around spending, even though I got such a huge bump in pay.
Okay, Briana. So you feel cute now. You got your six-figure salary. And give me a sense of how much of a raise was that from what you were earning before?
About 50,000.
50 or 60?
About 50 or 60,000. Yeah.
Did you move from Cincinnati to Dallas for this job?
I did. So I started in a fellowship role, which is similar to like an internship. Yeah. So they pay you, significantly less, and then you sort of get the next role.
Nice. And how long have you been there at this point?
It's 2 years.
Oh, okay. 2 years. All right. Yeah. That's really helpful for me to know, because when I first listened to the question, I was like, you haven't earned the six figures yet. So what I like to avoid doing is like spending the money before it's really mine to spend. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I'm curious. So 2 years in, where do you stand with the debt that you accrued during grad school, the student loans, the credit card debt?
I'm going to be honest.
Please do.
I still am standing in it.
Okay.
I have not really paid anything toward it. I graduated in 2021. So newly required to pay, but I have not started.
The student loans. Okay.
The student loans, yeah.
And are those like federal, or do you have a mix of federal, private?
They're federal.
Okay. What's the balance? Like how much do you owe?
$50K.
$50K. Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, that's student loan debt, and you haven't had to pay, right, for the past forever. And it's probably going to be extended again and again. Okay.
Yeah.
So talk to me about the credit card debt, because that's probably mine and your bigger concern.
Yeah. So when I got to Dallas, I was in the mindset of having the six figures, but I didn't actually have the six figures.
Damn it. I wish I was catching you early. I thought I was catching you early because I was going to be no.
No, the dirt has already been laid. I'm lying in the bed now.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was bawling when I got here, and then I got myself in this rhythm of like, I'm going to spend the credit card, pay it off, spend the credit card. And then they gave me a credit limit increase. And then from there, I lost control.
Okay. Thanks for admitting that. It's really easy. Yeah. I have been there, even like from when I was not earning a lot and times when I was earning a lot, it can easily spiral out of control. So how much credit card debt are you looking at right now?
Right now, it's about 6,000. Like that's rounding up.
Okay.
High fives. Yeah. So it's not like I'm not drowning, but it's not great.
It's not great. And like, tell me about your disposable income. So you're looking for a new car and a better apartment now, or did you already get those things?
So I was looking for a new car and a better apartment when I talked to you.
Yeah.
I have stopped doing that.
Oh, okay. Making my job easy. The thing with new cars, I wonder, how's your credit?
It can be better. I would say like they call it fair. If I looked at
like what is that, like 650 to 7?
Like 650 to 7, yeah. I think I'm more in the 6 though.
Yeah, because the thing right now is like debt is so expensive, and I'm assuming you would have to get an auto loan for the car, right? Plus your credit card debt has only gotten more expensive than when you first had your cards, because like the average APR is over 20% now. So for me, I just feel like I wouldn't be, if you're fine without the car right now, do you have other transportation? Like, can you get around and get to work?
Yeah, I can, but it's one of those things where like I keep having to put money into my car. Like things keep just happening. Okay. Lights keep coming on. And so I was like, well, maybe I should get a new car. And then my parents suggested a cash car, but I was like, I'm kind of balling a little bit now. So like maybe I should get like a nicer car than like
cash car, meaning like a used car that you just pay for in cash.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't hate your parents there. And I'm like, because my thing is, it doesn't have to be a new car, doesn't have to mean a brand new off the lot car. I mean, I don't know, I've had cars since I was like 16. I only bought a new car because we had to when we got our car this past summer. It was an electric vehicle. But I'm always going for the certified pre-owned models, because like, for example, when we got our first car as a couple, it was a Mazda CX something or other. I don't know car models, but it was like a year or two old and it had been a rental cars, vehicle. Yeah. And just by like getting a car it's still newish, it's only been like a year since it's been out there, but we saved thousands of dollars. As soon as you drive off the lot, cars depreciate something like 15%.
Yeah.
It's kind of insane.
Yeah.
And I mean,
but then where do I don't know. I kind of have this feeling like I want to treat myself to something.
Yeah.
And I want to do like my first big girl job, big girl purchase sort of thing. But I don't know if it's the right time. And I don't know.
I mean, if you want to have a really nice car to drive around in while you're stressing about your credit card debt, then like maybe...
I'm stressing right now in a Nissan, so let's stress in an Audi.
Well, the thing is, an Audi won't make you feel better. I know that it's really about, I mean, and this is a personal choice, right? At the end of the day, you have to choose what will bring you happiness. But for me, the peace of mind of having debt paid down is so worth more than anything. Plus, $6,000 on your salary. I feel like if you really went for it, you could probably pay that down in a few paychecks. Am I wrong? Like how much, where's your extra money going that you're, are you saving it right now?
No.
What's happening?
It is going to everything else. So I am traveling. It feels like every month there's something I need to buy. And so I buy it. Like if it's a birthday gift, or I'm terrible about saving money. Okay.
So what are your savings like right now?
Under 500.
Under 500. Okay.
Yeah.
You're going to feel I promise, like I feel rich every day in like my, crappy Old Navy clearance shirt, because I know that I don't have to worry. Like I know that if one of us lost our incomes, like we would be okay, for a certain amount of time because of our savings. And that peace of mind, like that for me is what defines wealth and, prosperity. And it's the peace of mind that you can buy yourself when you're earning more. And I just don't want you, because right now, are you single? You got kids?
I'm single.
Fur babies?
Kids, living life. No fur babies.
It's only going to get harder. And like, think about the things that you're going to want, 5-10 years from now. Maybe you want to buy a condo, buy a house. If you start to think about the future, like the future goals, and I know that these things that pop up month to month, they feel like, okay, I got to do this. It's right in front of me right now. But that's why I love naming my savings account after a certain goal. For example, like a lot of banks now will let you have multiple savings accounts. And if you name one, future down payment or luxury vacation, 2024 or something like that, it's going to give you something tangible that then you're saying no to if you say yes to those like immediate things in front of you,
Can I ask you something about saving? So
Sure.
when my check comes in, I just spend the check till it's nothing, and then pray that I get to the end of the month till I get my next paycheck.
You're paid once a month?
I'm paid monthly.
Oh, I used to hate that when I got paid monthly.
Oh, it's
harder. Okay,
yeah.
but that's good
And
context for me to know.
So when my check comes in, what would Mandi do with it?
I'll tell you exactly what I did with it when I was in your position, when I was finally earning enough money to be able to do other things besides just pay the rent. Automate everything, like automate it through your payroll so that things are like, by the time you get your paycheck, it has like everyone's gotten their share, your savings accounts, your retirement, whatever your checking account for your bills. I don't know how you have your account structured, but we're the same in the sense that I would have the same issue, when I was paid, if it would just go, and be gone. And it wasn't until I got on the back end and automated my savings and automated my investing and all of that, the automation saved me. Automation is why I was able to get to where I was, financially in my career. Are you automating anything right now?
I automate some bills, like my renters into the small ones. I automate those.
See, it's not the bills that I think you should automate. It's the savings and the investing.
Okay.
Are you putting anything into your 401k now?
It is automatic.
Okay.
That it automatically goes in. So that's,
How much?
That's helpful.
Like a percentage?
I don't exactly know. If I looked at my pay stub, I'd be able to tell you, but it's pretty significant. I would say it's at least in my pension, it's at least, I would say $200, $300 a check, maybe.
Okay. And how much is each? Well, you don't have to tell me your business like that, but I would know like what percentage you're putting away.
Yeah.
And because, you're how old are you now?
I'm 28.
You're so young. I would go for it. I never invested more for my retirement than when I was single and had, just myself to worry about. I was putting like 10%, sometimes 15%. So go into your back end and I would check and at least understand what your percentages are, that you're investing. Yeah. You have that automated. Awesome. Just do the same for your savings. And when you actually, when it's automated and you don't have to think about it, you're going to be less likely to miss that money, because you're going to see what's in your paycheck and you're going to be like, oh, I can actually play with this, or you know what I mean? Like I can use this for bills. I'm not saying, and you have to decide how much, to save each month. So, and it's going to come down to, how much do you need to cover your expenses, shopping, whatever bills you have, etc. And then whatever is left over, you can split that between some savings and paying down that credit card debt. That would be for me how you could do both at one time.
How much money should I have for free? Because I feel a little uneasy sometimes when because I have tried to think about dividing my check out. And then I was like, well, I only have like $100 or $200 of free money. So what's reasonable?
Free money, what does that mean? Like after what?
After everything went to its proper home, the money that I could just if someone wants to go to the movies, someone wants whatever, to just kind of have free.
I mean, I'm kind of finding it hard to believe you only have $100. I mean, I know that six figures, first of all, six figures sounds so sexy, but in today's America, it's
with taxes, inflation, it's really not that much.
It's not that much. No, I know for sure. The only thing to do is you can look for other ways to bring in income, or you could revisit your budget and cut some expenses so that you just get more. And also what that's telling me is you really can't, afford that much more, a bigger car payment at interest rates today. Car payments with a fair credit score, I could look it up really quickly, but I feel like interest would be 6-7%, maybe more. Wow. That's expensive. And then it's going to take you longer to pay off that car note. More of your payments are going to go to interest versus actually the principal. So I think you almost need to shift the mindset of, okay, I'm making six figures and that's good, but it's not a luxury lifestyle salary yet,
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think you'll regret not investing time and energy into your savings, into paying down this debt. What if something were to happen and, you know, you lost this job? You're like on the fringe, like you're making ends meet right now, but you're vulnerable to, like, if something were to happen and, you know, you were to get let go or whatever. And I just feel like it's a vulnerable position, and I want you to feel more secure.
Yeah.
You know?
I want to feel more secure as well. I was part of the people that got kind of mixed up in the Southwest debacle with the snowstorm.
Oh no.
And I couldn't, and the amount of plane tickets I had to buy and whatever, I got in a position where I couldn't afford to get out of the airport. And I had to call my parents and be like, hey, can you loan me $200, $300 for a plane ticket? Because I literally couldn't afford it. And I think it was then that I realized, okay, I can't live this Instagram lifestyle, because what Instagram doesn't show you is that life happens and I don't have a safety net to protect myself.
Yeah, that's such a vivid like visual for me too. Just you in that airport being like, wow, I really don't have it. And it's hard to think, I'm earning this much, so shouldn't I have it? Like, you have it for the other things that come once a month and all that. But that's exactly what I feel like, you saying no to some things, but saying yes to security, yes to financial freedom. It's just going to be a game changer for you.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you valuing more? The Audi, you know, Audi. I don't know how you say it. Audi.
Can't afford it. I don't know.
The nicer. Yeah. Like, I just had a chat with my financial planner too. And like, I don't have all my shit together all the time either. She was like, you can't afford a second car right now. Not if you want to do this, that, and the third. And I'm having another baby. And I'm like, but I'm making this much money. She's like, yeah, but the facts are the facts. And if you want to continue feeling comfortable, feeling like secure, a second car is going to put you in that red zone of on the fringe. Any little thing can start spiraling. You know? So don't feel bad because you're in this position. Just be honest with yourself about what position you're in. That's all I want to say. Oh, BA fam, I'm not going to lie. I am tired of making thousands of decisions every single day. As a mom, as a business owner, as, I don't know, a wife, a friend, a daughter, there seems to be so many choices that by the end of the day, the last thing that I want to do personally is even think about what we're having for dinner. That's why I am excited to talk about Home Chef. With Home Chef, you can say goodbye to meal planning, recipe-induced stress, and last-minute grocery store runs, or in my case, really expensive delivery from restaurants runs, and let Home Chef bring you simple, delicious home-cooked meals right to your door. If you don't have time to cook, check out Home Chef. Get solutions like their 15-minute recipes, microwave meals, and oven-ready options that can also save you time and effort. You ain't even got to cook. Amazing. For a limited time only, head to homechef.com/brownambition and get 75% off your first box. Again, go to homechef.com/brownambition for 75% off. The one last thing I will say as far as the $6,000 credit card debt, it's accruing interest right now. It's not like a promotional interest period or something like that.
Yeah, it's accruing interest right now.
Yeah, and with a 650-ish credit score, you could try to qualify for a balance transfer credit card. But my fear for you, if you do qualify for a balance transfer, do you know what that is?
No.
So a balance transfer is basically credit card companies. They love to get new business. And they're like, oh, you're struggling to pay off that maxed out credit card? Well, let us pay it off for you. We'll put the balance on a bright new shiny card that we're going to give you, and we're going to give you 0% interest for the next 12, 18 months. Really exciting, right? They typically charge like a little balance transfer fee, 3%, something like that, on the balance, but it helps give you relief in the sense that you don't have this credit card debt, with double-digit interest continuing to be stacked on it. It's wonderful as a tool for that. The challenge, and we actually did surveys when I was in my last couple of roles ago at a personal finance site called Mandi Money. We would survey people and they would continue to rack up debt because it's like the balance transfer gave them this concept in their mind that they were debt free or they had time, and then they would just rack up more and more. And it was like a vicious cycle. So I would say know yourself, like a balance transfer could be an option. But then I would really aggressively pay off that 6,000, even though it's earning 0%, just to get it done, and then go on a bit of like a credit card diet / cleanse, focus on your savings. And I feel like a year from now, 6 months to a year from now, you're going to be in a position where it's like, okay, now I know what this feels like. Do I really still need the car? Yeah. And if I do, am I willing to sacrifice this feeling of peace, for that?
I love that. I will commit to a 6-month credit card cleanse once I start paying it. Yeah, for sure.
All right. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for letting me talk your head off.
This is so helpful. This was like the reminder that I needed. I love that we did this at the beginning of the year, because this really kind of will jumpstart my new transition. So thank you so much.
Before summer comes and everyone's outside trying to pull you in different directions.
Outside, it gets dangerous. So thank you for reeling me in now.
You're on your own journey, and like no one else is going to save you, when you're in that Southwest terminal again, like you really got to look out for you. So good luck. You're going to do great. And congrats on this like huge promotion to the huge, step up. You're going in the right direction. Just keep going.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time today.
Thanks, Briana.
Hey, BA fam. We're on YouTube. Woohoo! Thank you so much for watching. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel.
And while you're at it, why don't you go over to that little bell icon and just tap that for us. Show the BA fam how much you love us. And that way you'll also get notifications when new videos drop. Also, share the channel with a friend. We're always like, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. And thank y'all so much again for all the support.